What's up, sports fans? Welcome to episode 2 of season 5 of the Graff Report. I'm Nick Graffeo, the host of the Graff Report. And in this episode of the Graff Report, the football captains from this past season joins me right beside me right now. Now let's meet the guests. My first guest I have on is one of the players from the team and was a junior captain from Saugus football this past season, from the class of 2024. Get rowdy and welcome. He plays running back on offense and linebacker on defense. Please welcome to the guest chair, number 1, Tommy Desimone.
How we doing, Nick?
How we doing today? I'm pretty well. How about yourself?
Very good, very good. I'm excited to be here.
Glad to have you aboard. Now let's meet the second guest. The second guest is the other one of the players on the team and was the senior captain from the Saugus High football team this past season. From the class of 2023, he played linebacker on defense and offensive lineman on offense. Get rowdy and please welcome to the guest chair, Smitty, number 55, Jaden Smith.
What's going on, Nick? How you doing?
Doing great. How about yourself?
I'm doing
Welcome
good.
Aboard.
Thank you.
Welcome aboard, boys. Guys ready to go?
Yes,
Really,
sir.
I'm excited. Let's do it.
Let's get ready to roll with this episode. Let's get into it.
Let's do it.
You guys want to tell me what got you guys into your sports journey and etc.?
Well, I played football for basically my whole entire life. My family kind of made it when playing when I was younger, and at first I really didn't enjoy it that much. I was kind of a small kid at the time. I was skinny, wasn't that tall, but my parents just kept forcing me to play, and I kind of picked it up as I came along, and it became my favorite sport. It's kind of a big thing in my life, and I've enjoyed it ever since then. And I'm happy the way my life has turned out with the sport. Now that I'm the captain of the high school team. It's awesome.
Wow. Football kid for life.
Definitely.
You will always be a football legend
Mm-hmm.
going forward, going into college, right?
Yeah, I hope so. Hope to leave a big legacy here. It's important. I'm beyond grateful for the opportunities I've been given in my life. But
Wow, awesome. Glad to hear that. And Jaden?
I started playing football when I think I was in 5th grade. I was playing Pop Warner, and I played it because my friends were all playing it. I never really, the most I've ever done was just watch football. I never really played. But I started playing in like 5th grade. And then I kind of fell in love with it. It's just like the atmosphere, like your teammates are more than just your teammates, they're your brothers. Like it's I don't know how to describe it. It's like a culture that you get when you're on a team. And that's something I wanted to continue to work at, get better at. And that's what led me to keep playing football. I kind of fell in love with it. And as I got older, I got more into sports. I started paying more attention, watching football, watching stuff like that. And it's just led me to where we are now.
Well, it's like family to you guys. It's like family.
Yeah.
mm-hmm.
Yeah. Well, let's get to the clips in Nick's picks. First up, Tommy's, and then Jaden's. Shall we?
let's do it. Man, this would have been our first touchdown of the season. Got called back though, sadly, but it was still a great play.
It's going to be first down and goal.
Little quarterback draw.
Okay.
Easy touchdown.
And touchdown.
This is one of my favorite plays in the whole entire season.
And that was a great tackling. Tommy.
I always get the bench fired up.
He's showing the bench how it could go. Tommy with the stop there.
I'm him. The game-winning strip versus Whittier. Just came up and just took the ball away from him.
Wow.
Yeah,
That was like a movie. To get our first ever high school win, my first ever high school win like that. I mean, that was just the best feeling I ever had playing.
Nah, it really was.
It was my first strip from that game. I had 7 forced fumbles in the air. This is, just another one added onto our list.
It's like a storybook ending.
Big hit in the backfield. I love playing linebacker.
Oh, look at the place there.
A little kick for the Sully. I got to make that tackle initially, but still made the play.
Mixture of a baseball field and football field you guys played at there.
Yeah, that was a weird game.
Rockland was an interesting game to play in. But honestly, it was pretty cool because the stands were very up close to the field, and you felt like, I don't know, I feel like more involved with the entire environment. Get off of me. Him. Shout out my line in that play. It's a wildcat action. I should have scored there. I'm looking at bum for not scoring. It's probably one of my best games as a linebacker. The amount of tackles I made this game were crazy.
It was alright.
This is definitely my best game, probably defensively all year.
How about those?
Yeah, I mean, personally, it was a great season for me. Those were awesome.
Thank you.
I think those were some great picks.
Thank you very much, Tommy. Glad you love them. Now let's get to Jaiden's. Best of Jaden. Let's roll those.
Captain Schmidt.
Now it's at the 33. 3rd and 14. And here comes the Linville Pioneers.
I got to make that tackle.
Got taken down.
It was a good rally of the ball there by everybody, too.
That was Jaden Smith. Second and 25. Ball at the 40.
I'm not going to lie, you guys are going to have a nice defense next year. Corey Grimes.
And it is sacked.
Corey Grimes is my son.
Oh, yeah.
Flexed on Corey Grimes. Too bad we lost that game, though.
Nah.
Show those flex. Jaden Smith. But this quarter, yes. Mm-hmm. That's the problem. I think you have to get rid of the ball if you want to get set.
Got to get off that quickly.
No. And
Yeah, we gotta make that. We gotta make those tackles at the line of scrimmage. Hopefully, we can improve on that next year.
we're at the goal line.
Gonna have Cummings on the line next year.
Lost her on the run.
Save the touchdown.
He got taken. Oh, he gets a little shove too. by Jaden
Yeah, I do that a lot.
Smith.
I don't know why.
Gotta get in the opponent's head sometimes. Helping me out with the sack.
Yep. I was fired up this game, the Swampscott game.
We played pretty good defensively. It's just too bad Cam went down
Nah, I know.
offensively.
We had moments.
Yeah, no, I mean, we stopped them a lot in fourth down. I mean, Danny made a great play. This was a great stop at the goal line. Forced them to a field goal here. I mean, that was huge
Yeah.
at the moment. This is probably one of your best games, or maybe your best game at linebacker.
Yeah, it might have been actually.
You got in the paper for this.
I think you came up to me after the game, said this was like your best game.
Mackay, Coburn, Cologne.
They're retiring it after me.
Well, how about those, Jaden?
Yeah. No, we definitely had some moments this year. It's stuff like those stops on fourth down against a great team. Like, we were in games against teams that were expected to blow us out, and we were like, these kids they're not better than us. They're not as good as everyone says they are. And it's just we have moments and moments, and next year I want to see those guys turn those moments into the full game. You know, and just carry that out, get a couple dubs on the board.
Hopefully that will happen for next year's team. We're going to stop those guys on fourth down.
Yeah, no, we had made a couple of great plays defensively during the year. We just got to put it together completely as the whole game around. I mean, 4 quarters, you got to play the whole 4 quarters, and you can't just do it for 3. You can't get off the gas. So, I think this year was a great step for another better season, and I think next year we're finally going to put it all together.
Well, good luck next year, and see what happens.
Yeah.
And also, I also have some bonus coverage coming up. Shall we get to those?
Let's see it.
Let's do it.
Oh, the breakfast place. Breakfast joint.
Oh, my God. That poor ref.
Whoa!
He came back on the field with stitches in his head.
Whoa! Whoa! Whoa!
I can't believe how long that play lasts for Josh to even be able to throw that to me.
Whoa! Oh, crazy.
Those are the moments you don't forget.
Yeah.
Never.
That could have been such a great play.
I wouldn't have the officials okay.
Cam was going out. I think Cam was going to be wide open, but Josh just ran into the ref.
Yeah.
So he's apologizing to the official. He said, that was my bad.
That was awesome.
Yeah.
It was. How about all those clips, including the bonus coverage?
They were pretty cool. It's just like I said, we have these moments that it's stuff we need to really build on and turn it into. It's not just a couple plays out of a quarter. It's the full game. You got to go out there and just give it your all, and you got to not let stuff bother you, get in your head. You can't go into the locker room down at halftime and just come out and give up on the game. You got to come back it's not over till it's over. It's just stuff like that you got to build on.
You got to rebuild on that stuff. Now let's get to the questions and answers, known as a Q&A. First question. What was your favorite celly in any football game, and why?
So, versus Winthrop this year, I I got a big tackle for loss on third down to force them to punt, and I got up and I did the Matt Judon celebration like this, and it was cool at the moment. But then my coach started yelling at me, saying obviously don't do that, so you don't want to get flagged. But at the end of the day, it was pretty cool to do in the moment, get the video of it. So that's probably one of my favorite from the season.
Sounds funny. And Jaden, you got a favorite one?
I want to say my favorite celly was when I sacked Corey Grimes. I was just so hyped up. Everyone coming into the game, everyone's talking about how he's such a beast. He's like this great quarterback. And then I got back there, I sacked him, and I shoved him, and I started flexing. That was just such a
that's my favorite too.
Yeah, it was just such a hyped up moment for me, and it's definitely something I'm gonna remember.
What is your favorite sports movie of all time, and why?
This is tough. Probably remember the Titans. I think that this all around was just a great movie. I think it's kind of a way to show how of a team sport football can really be, especially how things were different at that time period, and they had a lot of separation between race, and I think bringing everyone together. I think it ended up being a great movie and probably one of the most famous football movies of all time. Maybe the famous football movie.
Well, that's a classic. That's definitely a classic.
100%.
Jaden?
I was gonna say Remember the Titans, but it's either got to be The Blind Side or Coach Carter. I feel like those are two great movies. The Blind Side is just a motivational story. The dude, Michael Orr, ended up going to the NFL from being homeless in high school because someone was generous enough to take him in and get him college looks. And Coach Carter, it's about honestly a horrible team that just doesn't care about the sport, doesn't respect the sport of basketball. And then this coach comes in, he takes them all off the streets, he gets them doing better in school, and he starts teaching them how to play the right way. And it's a really good story. So I would have to say those two are my favorites.
Wow, you got more than one favorite. More than one.
Yeah.
It's always good to have more than one favorite.
Yeah.
And the next question. Do you guys have a favorite chant? Our lovely fan section chants in the game that you guys love. And tell me why you love that chant.
It's probably between when we play Swampscott and they say drain the swamp. That's probably one of my favorites because Swamp's been a tough rival for us for however long we played them for. So that's one of them. Or just after making a big play and the crowd just starts chanting your name. That's probably the best one of all. You feel like you're him at that moment. So
yeah,
that's those are my two favorites.
Jaden?
I want to say my favorite chant of the year. It happened a couple times. Isaiah would moss someone. He'd get up and he'd do the head top celebration. Everyone in the crowd would be, "Playboy Zay, Playboy Zay." That's probably my favorite one. It just made me laugh every time.
Oh, my favorite one? That's the one. Even though the shot clock was running down with 8 seconds left, the fans was like 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, we try to get
in the
in their
basketball
heads.
games.
That's my favorite.
I'm at every fan section for every basketball game this year.
That's a good leader. Good leadership there. And the last question. What should the underclassmen need to learn to work on to be a competitive team for next year's team going into next season? For the both of you.
Well, first things first. I've been doing this for most of my high school career. You gotta get in the weight room. Off season, you gotta be in the weight room. You gotta be hitting the field. Getting some footwork in. So you gotta build kind of a culture, and I could say kind of a more of a family look to the team. You gotta all have to respect each other, respect who you are. And build up some chemistry with everybody. So I think coming up, just get to realize that it's the most serious point of your life. You're gonna play for sports coming up. Take it even more seriously. We'll go home, watch film, lift in the off season, lift during the season, and just always be ready because you never know when someone's gonna get hurt, and that your time will come.
Yeah.
Yeah, football is a tough sport. Jaden?
I would definitely say for the younger kids, don't take anything for granted because it definitely goes by way too fast. Especially with COVID and all that stuff, I I was a freshman, and then COVID happened. It felt like 2 weeks later I was a junior. Going into my senior year, we had a shortened football season my sophomore year, and it's like Tommy said, you don't know who's gonna get hurt. Like I ended up cracking my head open freshman year, missing half the season. Like players like Braden, me playing through broken hands and stuff like that. Like you don't know what's gonna happen, so don't take anything for granted because it goes by way faster than you want, and it's something you're gonna miss because it's definitely something I'm gonna miss seeing my boys out there playing without me. But as far as like competitiveness, it's just you can't be in your own head. Like I'll look over on the sidelines if we're losing a game, and it's just kids that they're out of it. Like you have to have the mentality that you can come back, you can win. You can't just give up. You can't be a quitter. You can't. This is something you're part of. You gotta do it for everyone else.
Well, pretty good story there about what the guys should do for next year. Your thoughts? That was very good thoughts there, Jaden.
Thank you.
Thank you very much for telling everyone what you just said. And I want to announce who the next year's captain's going to be for next year.
Oh yeah.
Let's give them a shout out.
Yeah, so we got obviously me and Braden returning as captains, and then we're going to have Isaiah Rodriguez, Cam Preston, and Danny Shea. So it'll be us five. First time in a while. I think Saugus has had 5 captains in total, but I think it's a great group. I think it's everyone who really does deserve it, and I think it's another big step to having a great season next year.
Yeah, they're all great kids, even better players.
That sounds like a good group. Mixer juniors, mixer seniors.
Mm-hmm.
Well, that's going to wrap up today's edition of the Graff Report. I want to thank Tommy and Jaden for coming aboard the Graff Report this afternoon. Thank you, guys.
No problem. Anytime.
Anytime. Thank you for having us.
No problem. And stay tuned for more stuff on Saugus TV, including future episodes of the Graff Report and more. Have a good day, Saugus, and thank you for watching.